What if an Uber driver could do the job of your entire marketing department? It sounds pretty crazy, right? Well, it's a true story, and believe me, it reveals a massive shift that's happening in business right now. Okay, let's start with a weird question. Think about what makes a funny cat video work. It's short, it instantly grabs your attention, and it feels kind of personal, right? Now, what if you could do that for every single one of your sales prospects? It sounds impossible, but for one CEO, the answer came from the most unexpected place you could imagine. So picture this. You've got a CEO, he's just gotten off a plane, and he is stewing over this multi-million-dollar problem. He has a marketing team back at the office demanding a huge budget for a plan that might not even work. And the solution? It comes from the person driving him home. Okay, so let's really set the scene here. Our CEO, Mr. Katz, was facing a classic business headache. How in the world do you get noticed in all this noise? His marketing team had basically told him that in today's world, the only way to break through was with this modern, fast-paced, almost TikTok-style video approach to win over new business. And their grand solution? It's the one you've probably heard a dozen times. Just throw a ton of money at the problem. More staff, expensive contractors, a massive budget increase, all for a strategy with, get this, no guaranteed payoff. It was slow, it was expensive, and frankly, it was just totally uninspired. So Mr. Katz is frustrated. He's not sure what to do, and he finds himself just venting about this whole mess during an Uber ride. He wasn't even looking for advice, just making conversation. But his driver, a guy named Dan, well, he had an answer. And boom, with that one sentence, Dan just cut through all the corporate nonsense. See, he wasn't thinking about these broad, vague market segments. He was thinking about a single person, one client. It was a completely different and way more powerful way of looking at the problem.
So what was this radical new idea? What on earth did a part-time driver see that a whole team of marketing professionals had just completely missed?
Okay, this is the brilliant part. Dan's idea wasn't really about marketing at all. It was about sales. He suggested using a simple AI tool that could instantly research a client, their latest news, their current challenges, recent successes, and then it could help one single salesperson create a short, personalized video teaser about those exact points. We're talking in minutes. The difference here is just staggering. I mean, look at this. Instead of spending months creating a campaign for some vague market segment, you can create a specific message for one individual client, and you can do it today. It completely shifts the power from a big, slow department to one agile salesperson. Now, of course, Mr. Katz was skeptical. I mean, wouldn't you be? It all sounded a little too good to be true. So he challenged Dan to, put his money where his mouth was and prove it. So the CEO gives Dan the details of his most important potential client and basically says, all right, show me. He wanted to see if this revolutionary idea could actually work in the real world. Now, just think about this for a second. At noon, the CEO issues the challenge. By 1 o'clock, he is sitting there watching a finished, custom video for his #1 prospect. This whole corporate process that would normally take weeks was done in less than 60 minutes. But here's the kicker. The actual work, it took just 15 minutes. While the CEO's marketing team was probably in a meeting planning their next meeting, Dan created this game-changing sales tool on his lunch break, in the parking lot of a Jack in the Box. Seriously. So, armed with this incredibly powerful piece of proof, Mr. Katz went back to his marketing department, and he had one final, very simple question for them. He played them the video Dan had made, the one that took 15 minutes in a fast food parking lot, and he just asked his vice president of marketing for their timeline. The marketing VP completely, totally missed the point. He didn't see the innovation. He just saw another reason to go back to his old song and dance about needing more budget, more staff, and more time before they could even think about starting. The CEO had just seen what was possible in 15 minutes from a car. And right in front of him was his own team asking for millions to maybe eventually do the same thing. The disconnect was just enormous. So he made a decision. He fired them, the whole team. And then he hired Dan, the Uber driver, to train his entire sales team on this new AI-powered method. The training? It would happen during Dan's Uber lunch hours with one non-negotiable condition. Jack in the Box had to be delivered. And right there, that's the punchline to this whole crazy story, connecting all the way back to our question at the start about a funny cat video. In this case, it was a funny cat's video that changed everything.
So look, this story isn't just about one CEO, it's about a new reality. The old walls between sales and marketing, they're crumbling. With the tools that are available right now, speed and personalization are the new currency. So the only question left is, are you set up to wait for permission, or are you set up to win?